Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching How to Get Away with Murder, Season 6, Episode 5, We're All Gonna Die, which is a lovely anonymous title. Anyone could say that because, yeah. I mean, I presume it's someone saying it because Frank's been beaten up, and if, Frank can be beaten up, then they're all gonna die. Kind of, if Frank's dying, then, they always view him as being the big, scary, tough one. Yeah, I'm assuming Frank isn't dead from that ending. Maybe he is, but I assume he's not. That doesn't mean he's not going to die, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very, very stressed. I'm loving this season. It's How to Get Away with Murder at its best again, and that's brilliant, and I'm terrified, so yeah, let's go.
You who manipulated him.
That's not how it works, I'm afraid, with a therapist.
You see me, all of me.
But it was his job as a therapist to say, to end this session, and then to, help her find someone else to be her therapist.
I've wanted you since the second I saw you.
That's bad. Sam was in the wrong here. Annalise, obviously, isn't in the right. Yeah, Annalise should not have done this. It's one of the worst things she's ever done, but she was in quite a vulnerable place, and like you said, this happens in therapy. It was Sam's job to stop it. Not what she needs right now. Oh goodness, at least she's still alive, there's hope. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But we're gonna see, I don't know if I want to see what happened. I mean, I can imagine some of what happened.
Try to find her. I'm embarrassed I haven't.
Maybe I believe him, I don't know. I mean, Frank's brave, I'll give him that. Oh, Frank.
Got the guilt. None of the above you. Can we keep him? Own daughter be raised by someone else?
You did choose that.
Yeah, when there was no one else, he could have stepped in. He could have even offered to adopt. Okay, he seems trustworthy, but is he too good to be true?
She made me.
You are an adult woman,
Chloe.
Scared. She's gonna hang herself like Dad.
Oh, Asher, you will blame yourself if you don't at least try and be there for your mum. Not that she really deserves it, but for you.
This way.
I'm reacting this way because you didn't tell me.
Tell her the rest, Nate.
Not part of what happened to Frank.
You're an idiot.
Don't get aggressive, sir.
You want to see aggressive? Then keep asking.
Frank, stay calm.
Oh.
Well, you saw Laurel? She was there?
Does he say Laurel or does he just want Laurel?
She was there.
Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Are we gonna see if she was there?
Informant. Working against you and Keating.
He's gonna die.
Someone in your group.
Oh god. So he can't even do his dirty work for himself.
So you can update the FBI.
I've never seen him with a hair down. That looks weird.
Ordered the whole menu.
Is that my Yale thesis?
I leave no stone unturned when it comes to
More like employee than business partner.
Not if you can.
2%'s not very generous to your daughter.
10%. 4% is as low as I'll go. Otherwise, I'll take that entire platter of macarons and you'll never see me again.
You have to prepare for the worst.
The worst, like he might die?
Or that we're next.
We're fine.
They kidnapped Laurel and Christopher. We're not fine.
You're mad at me when I don't tell you things. I'm mad when I do.
They're not mad, they're just dealing and processing.
Oliver.
Oh, Connor.
Looking for her. I'm sorry.
I died because of your stupidity.
It wasn't Oliver's fault, it was Frank's stupidity. Frank made his choices.
Including Wes's confession.
Oh god,
He wrote about
that is
it
not good.
saying, just have to say yes.
Look, say yes, then you can get out of this room. You don't have to do it. It's not like this is an honourable thing that you'd have to keep the deal. God.
I'm not giving up.
Rochelle, tell Yardley we'll call back.
He does not know what he's got himself in for with his daughter.
Give me money.
Hmm?
And don't think that this is a one-time payment. I researched your net worth.
Broke up, Tegan.
Boo-hoo.
Not get intimate until after I moved out.
Does not make a difference, love.
We can cash it for millions and all flee the Castillos.
No.
Just listen to what's been. We're all liars. Even Oliver.
I was just trying to be a good friend.
Please don't fall apart, guys.
Telling me this just now.
You were too busy humble bragging about your blank check. Oh, don't worry. That's probably just Xavier coming to kill us all.
Oh.
My friend Asher thinks of his family. What's his middle name? You.
He doesn't have one.
It's Kevin, and I'm sorry, he needed you after your dad died, but you weren't there. Something it seems that you would know if you were as close to Asher as you say you are.
I prefer my flirt Inferno, guys.
How drunk is she?
There's some shots before coming here out of respect for your sobriety and whatnot.
Okay. Annalise is going to be here for you.
That's the line I went after him.
He was your therapist. It was his job to stop it.
Wasn't to blame.
That's how they do it. They get us to blame ourselves when it's them.
Everything bad that's happened to us started with Sam, not you.
Yep. Believe that. It's true.
Best decision I have made in years.
See, decision he made. It was his decision to say no, and he didn't do it. Good idea. He hoped that was Michaela, but
Didn't want to be left alone.
it's the truth.
That's just a few.
The thing is, Gabriel doesn't need to have anything to do with Annalise. It's fine if he hates her.
Avoiding Oliver?
Who knew that he'd turn out to be the biggest liar of us all?
Oh, Connor, talk to him.
Solomon side.
Bastard.
Yeah, who's not?
Alright, no more movies.
Supportive best friends. I love them so much. I've missed their relationship.
Sue him for child abandonment and get him disbarred. Make it public and messy and ruin his reputation and
His
career and
face.
his life. I hate you.
Big house,
She's being honest
nice
now.
family. I could just let go and move on.
Time. You will with
But I
time.
still miss you.
That's natural, but with time we'll move on.
I didn't want to hurt you, so I made it about him, but God's honest is
You didn't want to hurt her, so you
I wasn't
cheated
in
on
love
her.
with you anymore.
That's what you tell her before you have an affair.
I'm not
Just
in
go
love with
away and
you now.
die. You can be the one that dies this season. Get every penny you deserve in that divorce.
People whose approval you want don't deserve yours.
Like you! Let's be honest here.
I know you're not happy.
None of them are.
Pushing away the people who actually love you.
You've not shown that, have you? Turning up now and being all bitchy about everything. Turn up and be bloody sorry for what you did.
He loved you.
And don't forget the time when I know Frank murdered Lila, but everyone thinks Sam murdered Lila, and it was on his orders.
In the same room as me again?
Why didn't you tell me? I'm your husband. And you knew how guilty I felt about Christopher.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get divorced yet, even though I'm really angry right now.
I knew you would tell Annalise.
No, I wouldn't!
Connor.
I don't know if I believe that.
So you don't trust me? That's what you're saying?
Connor.
I mean, after everything we've been through together, your husband who loves you more than anything in the world, you don't trust me.
I'm just being honest. It's part of being married too.
You weren't honest earlier, were you, when it would have mattered to him? You know, maybe you all should have told Annalise that Frank was going off to find Laurel. He's awake.
Hey.
I didn't think he was going to die. He may still die, I suppose, but...
Yes.
Oh my god, did he die?
He was saying Laurel to you because you helped her disappear.
Oh my goodness! Did she? Or was that just him trying to get Frank to turn against Annalise by faking it? Was that what the money was for? It wasn't for her own.
No.
Annalise knows what
This isn't like a definite proof, it's a theory. You can do so much better than this cheating bitch. Oh, Tegan. You're going to be so much better off in the long run from this. Oh, Nate, what are you doing?
$0.17.
No, that account has over $200,000.
Where did it go?
According to our system, that money was withdrawn this morning.
Xavier? Laurel? Who withdrew it? What is going on?
It's time to pay up.
God, what all this money shenanigans going on in this episode? Is she gonna actually accept him back? Because I think he needs this. He needs to try and be there for his mum. She doesn't deserve it after how she treated him. I know she was grieving, but he deserves it.
Asher.
He's not there, Michaela, but Gabriel's in. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to fast forward. The crime scene's here. Tegan's alive.
Go stairs
my God, I need to see, I need to see, I need to see.
DNA, and my clients will get off scot.
Okay.
You'll have made my day.
Are we gonna see who it is? I just need to know who it is. Oh! Because it's not Annalise. I mean, Annalise is maybe dead. I mean, I still believe that she's gonna escape and fake her death or something. At least temporarily. But she may die separately, but I don't believe that is Annalise's death. So yeah, it's in those apartments where everything starts, where Rebecca and Wes used to live. I mean, that's quite a good place, I suppose, for the show to go full circle and have something happen there. And it's the informant, and the informant, according to Xavier, is one of them. So is it going to turn out that, you know, Connor, Michaela, Ash, I mean, I don't know that it's any of them. It could be Laurel, very obviously, and if it was any of them, it's going to be a twist that none of us see coming. So that is interesting. And I'm very excited, and terrified about this. Yeah, so this episode was brilliant again. I'm glad Frank survived. I mean, he's not one of my favourites, but he's I mean, he's one of my favourites just because of how much murder he's committed and just is totally fine with. But I also love him. It's very strange. I think How to Get Away with Murder wouldn't be the same if there was no Frank. So I love Frank. But I also hate him, or at least dislike him. I don't know. I have very mixed up Frank feelings. And his and Bonnie's relationship is very entangled and very intense, so yeah, that's a lot. And I don't think Annalise helped Laurel escape. I think if she had, that whole thing when she was standing on the street screaming Laurel's name would have been a bit over the top, especially as they didn't immediately, it wasn't like she then ran and found a police officer and was like, Laurel's missing, you know. So I think Annalise definitely didn't have anything to do with it. I don't know what happened with that money and who withdrew it, though. That is very interesting. Obviously more to find out about this money, where it truly came from, I guess, and what's happening with it. Maybe it was to do with Laurel, but now she's also trying to get money out of Michaela's father. Is he not as good as he, because he just seems like this wonderful, perfect guy. You know, he made a mistake in not being there for her, which is a pretty unforgivable one, but, you know, he seems too good to be true. I feel like he's not gonna be that good. I don't like Nate. I still trust Tegan. I could see her being put in a position where she felt like she had to trust the FBI, but as everything stands, I don't see that. And Nate, you said it's calmed down a bit. What else happened this episode? So yeah, I'm glad that Michaela didn't, I guess, just cash a big check. I mean, I still think that she should. I feel like he should just give her some money, you know, pay off her student loans, you know, things like that he could definitely help her with. I don't know, I think there's something about him I still don't trust, and that is largely because he's a character in How to Get Away with Murder. And so if they seem wonderful and good at the start, they don't tend to be, whereas if they seem a little bit messy and complicated at the start, then sometimes they turn out to be good. And also I'm really sad that Colliver are having marriage troubles. I mean, it was like when Frank told Oliver to not tell anyone, including Connor. He should have told Connor, because that's what you do when you're married. And in a way, maybe Connor should have told Annalise. Maybe they all should have done. I mean, it would have got Frank. He was following a lead that led nowhere, and it got him tortured. So maybe they should have told someone what was happening there. Or at the very least, he should have told Connor. And then I did think it was a little much for Oliver to then say to Connor, like, I'm just being honest with you, that's what you do in a marriage, when Connor was upset because he wasn't honest with him. I mean, I get as well that when you do mess up, when you make a mistake, it's hard to admit guilt, but I thought Oliver was a little bit better than that. And I know he kind of was saying he was sorry, but he also wasn't, and that makes me very sad. And yeah, I'm on Connor's side here, because, you know, maybe what should have happened is that if Connor then told Annalise, then Oliver got to be mad. But I don't know, that makes me sad, and I hope they can work through it, and that neither of them, well, obviously Connor isn't dead, at least in the flash forward, but I'm stressed that, like, the level of his reaction could have been because it was Oliver, and I don't think it will be. But yeah, I mean, that is something that I think Oliver I love still dearly, don't get me wrong, but he is a character that has really evolved over the course of the show, and not for the better. I think he's realised his own strength, and that he's a stronger person than he thought he was. That's all brilliant. But he's got a lot harder, and he often makes those jokes that early Oliver wouldn't have done. And whereas I think Connor has softened, or has realised that he's not this cold, harsh, unfeeling person, he's become a much better person. Oliver has slightly gone the other way. Now again, I don't think he's a bad person by any means, but lying comes a lot more naturally to him than it did. And that is a huge thing of part of the murders and everything that he's been involved in. You know, I'm not blaming Oliver for this, but it is interesting, and maybe he could be an informant if he thinks it's going to save Connor. You know, like, if he can kind of get them both being looked after or something, I could maybe see it. I don't think it, but I'm just trying to think if it is anyone in the group, maybe it would be him. But again, I don't think it's anyone in the group. I don't want to put anyone in the group. I'm very stressed by this show, and I absolutely love it. Oh, and yeah, at the end, it just... Obviously, Tegan's alive. Obviously, she's not the informant. Nate can go and sit down. But yeah, I'm just very much loving this show. We're getting closer and closer and closer to episode 9, which is normally the one where everything happens, and I'm very stressed. Thank you for watching.